guys, it's Bethany Finch with American Made Home Solutions. This Win Wednesday, we want to talk about 2021. Anything's better than 2020, right? I know, 2020 was quite challenging for just about everybody. But that doesn't mean we need to carry that negative mentality into 2021. And so many times that's what people look forward to in 2021 or the January, the new year. It's the opportunity to start afresh, make things new, and put your best foot forward. And with that being said, it's exciting, it's hopeful, it brings about new energy, but it also can kind of refresh or recharge us, because after a year like 2020, it can be very draining and we could feel very depleted. Now, to get the most impactful benefit of your New Year's resolution, your fresh start, your restart, whatever it is that you're wanting to do, to be at the top level of performance, not just for you, but for most people in general, you need to do one thing. Nope, I didn't freeze. Notice how I pause? Because it's only one thing. You have a list that you've just now compiled, and it might have 10 things, it might have 3 things, it might have 25 things, whatever is on that list. If you're focusing on all of those, you're spreading out your energy a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. So each one of them is getting a little slice of the pie, but you're not getting your most impact. So, easy way to do this, and the most impactful, many books have been written about this, is to focus on just one thing. Now, you can focus on just one thing for 1 moment, for 1 hour, for 1 day, for 1 month, whatever the time frame is that you choose, but you just focus on that one thing. The other things will still be there. That list isn't going to go away. But it is proven by a Harvard study that by simply writing down your goals, that alone raises the chances of you achieving them, even if nothing else, because it's a mental thing. You've now placed that in your mind. So that second part, to be the most successful, making that list is impactful. So don't discount it. Don't skip that step. It's very important to get to this step. So now you have your list. I want to do these things in 2021. And in doing so, now you're going to pick one thing. Now, what I recommend is that you look at it, 2 seconds, which do you feel the most right at this moment? For instance, I feel exhausted. I'm so tired. I'm so drained. 2020 was exhausting, right? Well, then if that's the case and your body is just feeling drained, you need to re-energize it. Pick something that focuses on your body, right? If your body feels fine, you don't necessarily feel one way or the other, but your mental feels overwhelmed or scattered or just everywhere, then pick something that focuses on your mind. Maybe you don't necessarily feel, your brain doesn't feel anything like that, or your body doesn't feel like that, but maybe you're just emotionally, you feel disconnected. You feel disconnected from your family and friends, you feel disconnected from society, whatever it is. Well, then pick one that focuses on your spirit, because that is going to give you the most impact right now, right away, and give you the biggest momentum. But you only get to focus on that one. So for instance, if your focus, one of our focuses, we talked about and just couldn't make it happen. We had so many other things come up. We were planning on taking a 2-week vacation. We just couldn't make it happen. So many things just kept getting in the way and just didn't work out. So we have determined, it's like, okay, we are penciling this in, and we are planning it, and we are doing it, and we are not letting anything else come in the way. And of course, stuff comes in the way, right? Family, things happen, things need to change. So we're bumping and changing things. But that doesn't mean we're taking it off our focus. We're just shifting it, okay? So one of the things that is high on our priority list is that 2 week vacation. Taking the time to recharge and rejuvenate and have that impactful momentum of filling the energy, getting the batteries back up and going, but also recognizing the need for rest, the need for play, the need for doing something fun and different, and how important and impactful that is. So that is going to be, say, our number one, right? We're going to look at our list and we're going to go, oh, we need to do that one. So we're going to focus on that one thing. So if, for instance, I decide January, we need to get it done in January. I need to look at my calendar in January and I need to figure out when this is happening. When can I plot in there that 2 week vacation? When's going to be the best? And focus my energies on that. And then when I take that, say it happens the 15th through the 30th. Okay, let's assume that. Okay, so now I have checked off one of my New Year's resolutions, right? I have done one of my goals, and now my mind and my body are free to focus on one more thing. So now I move along to my list. I pick it back up. I don't forget it. I don't try to do every little thing all at once. So maybe in your list, if you look at your list, if your body, for instance, was something that was really drained and you wanted to re-energize it, maybe you just pick for the whole month of January, because they say, Stephen Covey has proven, a lot of stuff about mindset and habits and things of that nature. But one of them being that 30 days makes a habit. 21 days actually, according to him. But you do something for 30 days, it's going to be a habit. So maybe if yours was body, maybe for the whole month of January, you tell yourself, I'm going to be in bed by 10 o'clock every single night. Maybe 9 o'clock's too early. You can't quite get there. But maybe you start winding down by 9 so that by 10 you're actually asleep, to give your body the amount of sleep that you need. So maybe that's what you do for the whole month of January. Do it for longer than a day. Do it for longer than a week. Do it for a minimum of 2 weeks. If you can get to 3, that would be the best, and a month would be optimal. Then come February, now you look at your next one, right? So if you look at come January, I'm going to be focusing on my sleep. Okay, we're using that as an example. Or my example, I take back 2 week vacation, right? So in January, I did my 2 week vacation. Well, then February, I was focused on my spirit in January. So now February, maybe I'm going to focus on my mind, right? So maybe come February, I'm focused on my mind and I look at my list and I go, any of the ones that have the M next to it. So maybe I struggle with negative thoughts and negative thinking. So maybe for February, I determine I'm going to read a book, and I'm going to read a very specific book. Okay, so some people don't stop to think and realize how impactful what they're reading or what they're watching on TV or what they're listening to on the radio, but how it affects our mind. So maybe come February, I determine I'm going to read this book, and I'm going to read specifically, I have a very good friend of mine who reads through his Bible every January, start to finish. Now I read through my Bible every year, start to finish, but he does it all in 1 month in January. So then he still reads the rest of the year, but that's what he chooses to do, right? So he's focusing on his mindset right away, right? So maybe it's another book that you've always wanted to read, like Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of a Highly Successful Person. Or maybe it's something different, like maybe you've been battling depression, and so it's something about that. Or maybe it's just something 100% different, and it has to do with business or something you've wanted to learn. Maybe it's learning to play the guitar. I'm not sure, right? Whatever it is on yours, whatever that M is, right? So you pick that. So you do that for the month of February. Well, so then you turn around and come March, now you've done one for the spirit. February, you've done one for the mind. Now, March, you do something for the body, right? So you look at your list, you find the B's, right? And then you address that one, and you're just focused on that one thing for 1 month, long enough to make it a habit. Now, your first quarter into the year, you focused on your mind, your body, and your spirit. And the order isn't as important as what it is that you individually need. And that is different for each one of us. So take 2 seconds, focus on you. What do I feel right at this moment? Do I feel mentally tired? Do I feel physically tired? Do I feel emotionally drained? What is it that I'm feeling? And address that one first, but only one. You can put the rest of them on your calendar. You can determine, I'm going to focus on mind this month, body this month, spirit this month, and then flip them and then do it again and rinse and repeat, so that the whole year long, put each one of them on there. So February, maybe it's spirit month, whatever it is, right? And you focus on that and you put it on your calendar, and then you forget about it. You don't think about it again until that month rolls around, because that's the one thing. You just focus on one thing. So for the month of January, you only focus on the one that you picked out, right? The month of February, you only focus on the one you picked out. And then you're spacing them out throughout the year, so your momentum continues to gain momentum. And just when you're starting to wax and wane, I was a runner for years, and if you've gotten to that wall, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're just so ready, and it'd be so easy to quit. But right then, you get that burst of energy because you take one more step. One more step. You flip that calendar. Now it's February. Now you're no longer focused on that, and you're focused on whatever the new thing is. And it re-energizes you, and it boosts you again, and you keep going. And then if you do that each month throughout the year, then at the end of the year, you look back at your calendar and you look and you say, wow, well, in February, I read this book. In September, I read this book. I read 2 books this year, and I didn't read any last year. Or another friend actually spent some time and realized how many hours he spent reading to his kids, how many hours he spent walking with his wife, how many hours he spent in business versus the marketing and different things. So if you keep track of that, simply for, like I said, 1 month, just focus for 1 month on one thing. That's all. Don't focus on all the rest. It'll still be there. It won't go anywhere. It'll still be there, I promise. But your focus, being singleness of mind, will change everything. And your momentum will be so amazing that you will look back at 2021 as the year that you just cannot believe how much more you accomplished, how much better you feel about yourself, not just in your body, but in your spirit and your mind. And that is the most important thing right now that we want for everyone, is to have a blessed year, to move forward with strength and fortitude after a crazy 2020, with hope, not fear, with strength, not failure. So keep this in mind. Let's move forward together. Let's look together. Let's have you guys, what one thing are you going to focus on this month? I don't want to know your individual stuff. If you want to tell me that, you're welcome to. But are you going to focus on your mind, your body, or your spirit? Which one are you going to focus on for the month of January? Drop that in the notes below in the comment box. Let's see which one of it gets the most votes this month. Mind, body, or spirit? All right? Let's see. Well, until then, we'll see you next time on the next Win Wednesday. Bye for now.